my god, there's so much pressure out here on having as many gadgets as possible, and it actually got to me one time because you feel like you need to have all these things at the same time. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ndanu, and today, just before we start, by the way, hit that subscribe button. I usually don't say it so much, and hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so that you guys can get more information on when I post and all of that, so that you guys don't miss anything. So today we're going to be talking about the story on how YouTube happened and how you are watching me today. So this story first of all starts in my second year when I had hit 2,000 followers on my Instagram, and I'm just going to give you a random tip. I don't know if it works sahi, but what we used to do is to play a game in my class when we were in first year. Good days. Well, we used to compete who has the most followers, so we used to follow people and then we used to unfollow them, and that's how I hit 2,000 followers. I don't think I did anything special, and I don't think I had good pictures or anything like that. So when I hit 2,000 followers, I started thinking of what more can I do as Rachel, or as someone who has now 2,000 followers. So what's in store for me? So this idea came into my mind, like start a YouTube channel. So I just randomly started telling people, you guys, Nanza YouTube channel, you guys, I'm starting a YouTube channel, you guys, I'm starting a YouTube channel. And then everyone was like, yeah, that's a good idea, you know, because everybody who knows me knows that I can talk and talk and talk and talk, and after I'm done talking, you know what I'm going to do next? I'm gonna talk. So after I resoluted to that, I just decided to do research. I took the deep dive. I got music. I didn't even know there's something called non-copyrighted music, so I found out about non-copyrighted music. At the same time, I learned how to take better pictures, I learned how to edit, I learned all those things, you know, over a span of a year. So that was my second year, and because I'm a module 2, so we have trimesters instead of 2 semesters. So by the time last year Ilisha, I already was in 4th year. So no, actually, what am I saying? Anyway, this year niko 4th year. I'm in 4th year. So last year, sasa again, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth. I worked in KRA. I had an attachment at KRA. So I worked, my contract was between July to October, but then it was extended because I quit. Then after quitting, I came back because where I'd gone, I was not being paid, and they weren't giving me a job. So I was like, I am sitting here all day without pay, and you're not giving me something to do. You know, I can browse at home. You know, I can do nothing somewhere else. So I decided this is not the place for me. I moved and I went back to my previous employer, KRA. So when I was in KRA, we used to have a stipend before my contract expired for 3 months. So with that stipend, I thought maybe I could save up for my YouTube channel. Maybe I could get money so that I can buy equipment. But then what I realized is when you get a job, you get so many other bills that by the time nilikuwa namaliza attachment, I didn't even have money to get anything. So I remember at that time in KRA, I was so determined. I used to carry packed lunch, I used to do these things, and I was so determined, you know what, I'm going to save up money. And it was all futile, because I remember this one time where I was broke, still working, because that was after my attachment. I was broke, yeah, my dad used to, when I was going to Tao, there's that cafe in Yago napatiwa ya wiki nzima. So I'd almost drained that, and I literally had nothing, you people. I didn't have anything, and I remember that day where I used to carry packed lunch because I was so determined to spend as little money as possible so that I could save. I lost my lunch kwa matatu, niliacha kwa kiti, and I found myself, it's lunchtime, I don't have food, and I didn't want to buy food. Nisema leo Rachel unakaa kavu, there's no eating lunch. So I went to my friend's office. They're wide offices, so you really can't tell. When you go there, you just go and find whoever you're going to find. And then I went and I sat with that friend of mine, and we talked and talked and talked. And because of my mouth, my very big mouth, I found myself telling him that, you know what, nimeacha lunch yangu kwa matatu and I'm so frustrated. I have to eat. My peoples who know me and my relationship with food, I have to eat. So he was so generous, and he gave me, I remember alinipatia 500, you people, alinipatia punch. And I was like, you know what, with all this struggle I'm going to go to Pizza Inn, and I'm going to buy myself a pizza pie or something. But then as I was walking out, I thought, you have a bigger cause. You have to stay focused, focus on what you're saving on. So I ended up, I didn't even buy what I wanted to buy. I ended up buying food ya 70 bob. Nilikula rice na pojo ya 70 bob kwa mama ntilie. Like, everyone was looking at me like, who is this girl? Why is she so nicely dressed? And why is she eating here? I looked so out of place because I'm nimeva official, nimetoka job, nini. And those are things that tell you that the struggle is real out here. You will, in pursuing what you want to do, you will hit pitfalls so bad. So again, getting sidetracked. After that tattoo and all of that, I started on my IGTV because I wanted to give myself confidence. Because if you're starting out a YouTube channel, but they just Google how to use a camera for vlogging, or how to use your phone, because there are some specific tactics that you're supposed to use. You're not supposed to look at the screen, you're supposed to look at the lens, you're supposed to there's a posture you're supposed to have. There's so many things, by the way, that go around in the background. So if you're watching this to hear my story, that's the tips that I'm going to give you. One of the tips that I'm going to give you. And the other thing is, people think that you need to have these flamboyant gadgets when you're starting. Truth of the matter is, most of us don't have that. So what you're going to do is, that's why it's called YouTube. People come to your channel to see who you are, and people are going to fall in love with you. You might have the best content, you might have the best everything, the best equipment, the best everything, but if people don't fall in love with your personality, because it's about YouTube, it's about you. If you're loud, be loud. If you're toned down, just be yourself, and people will love you regardless. So I started basically okay, let me show you exactly what I was doing, because I had zero equipment, you guys. I only had my phone, and this is what I was using, my Techno Camon X. So I used to use I used to use my mom's blender. I don't know if you can see this. Okay. Let me use a pillow so that, oh Jesus. I used to use my mom's blender. So I used to put fabric like this over here, so that I could balance my phone, and then put another one behind like that, so that if I am filming, because I would be here hapa mbele, so that I could see myself. So with this kind of balance, as you can see, my phone is not as balancing. So I could put another fabric right here so that you could stand like this. And sometimes it used to fall and I used to pick it up, fall and pick it up like that. That's how I started. And if you want to do something, you will do what you gotta do, and I was so determined, you guys. So this is where I started from, a blender, and I know I'm going further. So I did that for my IGTV videos, and when I got confident, I did my first 2 videos, and I also did not have very good sound, so I decided to purchase a clip-on microphone, which I don't even use. I bought it on Jumia, and I happened to pay double because apparently you can't pick this up on a pickup station. Imagine, it was supposed to be either it was strictly home or office delivery, so it was at 600 bob, and imagine I had to pay another 600 bob for it to be delivered at school. Jumia, why are you doing this to me? So this became like an usable asset, and you're going to realize that you're going to make purchases that may or may not be good or may not fit you, and it's okay, because everything, kila kitu iko na uzuri wake na ubaya wake. You're going to make good choices and bad choices, and that is okay. I will give you also another example. I bought another microphone on AliExpress, and I didn't realize that it's going to take me 51 days of waiting, and there's no means of tracking my package, so sijui kama itakuja ama ikuji. It's supposed to come through my box, ingefaa kuja na posta through the post office, so I don't know if it's going to come or not, and if it doesn't show up, I have no mechanism of tracking my order, and I may have lost 2,000 shillings just like that. So the struggle is real out here. You're doing, if you're doing this and you're just doing it fresh off the bat, you are doing so much. So I started my 2 videos, and I found that the blender thing was not sustainable, and I needed a better set per se, because what I was using a while ago was not aesthetically pleasing for me. So I decided to get what I'm using right now, which is a tripod. And if you cannot afford a tripod, I bought this tripod from Jumia, and the first time I bought it, it was out of stock, and then I had to buy a second one, which was this one. So if you don't have one, this is what I'm going to tell you. Just you know, there are selfie sticks. If you're doing home vlogs, this is a tip that I saw a while ago, and I wish I'd seen this earlier, because I'd not had spent money on this one. If you get a selfie stick, and then you uchukue a bottle of water, or just something circular, something that is long and circular, maybe like, yeah, something that is long and circular, and then you put maybe like rocks to support the weight. It will stand like a tripod. You people, I saw this, and nobody is going to see behind the scenes. If you have to start, I started with a blender, and you people did not know that I was using a blender. So if you can get that, if you have a selfie stick, or you have someone who has a selfie stick and is not even using it, or if you know where you can get a selfie stick for, because I think selfie sticks go for 300 bob to 500, or that's equivalent to $3 to $5. So if you can get that and get some rocks or some pebbles, I know the pebbles bought in the supermarket. If you can get those pebbles, maybe if you don't want to use rocks or something, maybe then get to mawe, as long as you guys are not seeing what I'm doing. But we are trying to go the cheapest route possible. So if you can get that will do you so much better. If you're going to be doing home vlogs only, that is a very, very cost-effective way of doing what I'm doing instead of getting a tripod. However, for me, I wanted to do travel videos, and I didn't I didn't know how to do it because I don't have a job, I don't have a means of income. Maybe it's a little bit of the money that my parents give me, so when I'm going to school, because I still have one unit as I'm doing my project. So that the small money that I get, that's what funds maybe buying the equipment that I usually have. So my main aim for this channel was to start by doing travel videos, and I know I will have to start saving so much so that I could be doing them, but I didn't want to deprive myself having a channel just because I can't do travel videos yet. The word is yet. So what I did is I looked at the second thing that I could do. I thought of singing, I thought of doing hair, and I thought, if I'm going to do singing, first of all I would need very good quality, because you've seen the music that is on YouTube, and I don't think I can do an a cappella and make it out here. No, I don't think that's possible for me. However, I thought of hair, and people always tell me, oh Rachel, your hair is always looking dark, and people are asking me for advice. So why not start with hair, and then I can build up from there. You see, start with what, even though you can't do all those flamboyant things that you want to do, it's fine. Start with where you can. Just believe me guys, because I have done this myself, and this is what I'm surviving with up to now. So after all of that, recently during Mother's Day, Dad, by the way, you are the real MVP. My dad got my mom a new phone, an Oppo F11 Pro, and that's what I'm using right now. She's actually really nice. Amanda Chama, she's gone for a church thing, and she's left me her new phone, and she's gone with the old one to church so that people can call her through the other one. And you don't realize how much support your family can give you, because can you leave someone your phone? And this is my advice: if you're starting this thing and you don't have so much of quality, like for me, I didn't have so much of quality with this phone of mine. It's good quality, I'm not complaining, but I could do better, and my mom has a better phone. So you could have a friend who has a better phone, or an iPhone. Maybe your dad has one, or your friend has an iPhone, or your I'm sorry, I just had to use the iPhone thing. Or if you have someone who has a better phone than you have, or maybe someone who has a camera or something like that, ask for help, you people, because I thought I would be a one-man army and I would do all these things on my own, but in essence you can't do it alone. You cannot do this thing alone. So at least you got a job, because if you have a job, you can do this. And even though you have a job, you'll have bills to pay, you'll have things to do, so you can't do this thing alone. And if you're the friend with the iPhone, with the friend with the better phone, and if your friend asks you, if you're watching this and if your friend asks you, please be the answered prayer to this person. Yeah, so I'm using my mom's phone, and my quality has improved, you people. I know you've realized it. I know people have been commenting in school, so that means I'm doing something right, and thank you guys, because your feedback is highly appreciated. So I got a better phone, and now you guys, let me show you what more progress has come up in my life. So guys, this is a Nikon D5300. I got it on Friday. If you're in school and you found me walking around with a ginormous Jumia box, this is actually what was inside. It was in a big delivery box, but then they had to be unboxed because we had muhahe of seeing. So I'm just gonna show you what's inside. This is the camera. It's a Nikon D5300, as I said. It comes with an external lens, and everything else, you know, the charger and the other cables that I don't know about. And it also comes with I think this is editing software. Yeah, it comes with its own editing software. So I'm going to leave a link below on the camera on Jumia, so that maybe if you're looking for a camera, maybe this can be an option maybe. So I'm not even going to lie and say that I'm the one who bought it. No, I bought it with the help of my creative director, I get to say that now, who is my brother, and he was buying one, and then he asked me if I could chip in, and I wanted to personally get myself a passport because I wanted to maybe expand my horizons, because sometimes, you know, you can be holding yourself back. You know, someone wants to take, maybe there's an opportunity that maybe your opportunity is not in this country, or maybe you would get a chance to go on a trip and that thing is going to be blocked because you don't have a passport. A passport is 4,500 shillings, you people. Start a passport account. Save from 10 shillings, 200, 100, 500, 1,000. Pole pole. When you sleep and wake up, you probably get yourself with the money and you're going to do this thing or whatever it is you want to do, because haba na haba ujaza kibaba, you people. But then I sacrificed for the camera, and we might be traveling soon. So I'm so happy for this. And it's true, you guys, when you hear people say that progress is slow, and it has happened for me, and I think that it's going to get better and better. So I hope my story has inspired you somehow. And it's not only about YouTube, it's about maybe if you want to start your own business, start with taking pictures on Instagram, start with something, because you're gonna get there. It takes time, it really takes time. And that has been our time today. Make sure to like and give me a comment, you people. If you've watched all of this, leave me a comment. And again, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, and I will see you next week on Thursday. Follow me on my Instagram at Rachel_Ndanu, and my Twitter again at Rachel_Ndanu. And if you don't have a Facebook or a Twitter, not at Facebook, or an Instagram or a Twitter, you can find me at Facebook with my Facebook page, which is Blue Skies Inc. You can follow me there as well. It's the content that I put on Instagram. I also link it to my Facebook, because not everyone has all these social media platforms, and I got you all the time. Your sister has got you. And that has been all. So remember, you guys, life is so beautiful, life is amazing. Go out there and enjoy.
They say Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like bogos, you can come on the tour bus, just please no photos. Fuck the ride like Somo, cause we be going off on the offline.